Our guest speaker this evening is Mr. Brad Raney. Brad Raney is the local sales manager of Action News on CBS 47 in Jacksonville. He has been in the broadcast industry for over 25 years in various sales and management roles. Brad graduated from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville with honors degrees in broadcast management and a minor in marketing and consumer behavior. He is a graduate of the Center for Sales Strategy and the Track of Talent and Focused Management. Brad is an ambassador with the Jacksonville Regional Chamber of Commerce, the second largest chamber in the nation, and is very active in other civic activities in his church. He's a writer, motivational speaker, sales trainer, and recently developed a presentation called Improve Your Vowels and Improve Your Life. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Raney.
How are you? You guys awake? Great. I want to say thank you to all the faculty, the staff, all the graduates, all the moms and dads, the cousins, anybody that supported you in your quest to gain more knowledge and to get better. That's kind of what this is all about. You know, I never imagined I'd be standing here in front of you doing a commencement address. Matter of fact, I've never really given any positive words, even though I'm a motivational speaker. I've never really done anything along the lines of helping a graduate right at that point. And I thought about, well, maybe I did when I graduated. And I thought back to 1983. Yes, there were people alive in 1983. 1983, when I was graduating from the University of Tennessee, don't tell the party grads. I wrote 5 really inspirational words for me, at least I thought they were at the time. Wow, thank God that's over. And that was pretty much all I've ever done for getting people ready to move along. So it was a real challenge for me to try to figure out what to actually do. I sought a lot of help. I called some old professors, colleagues, recent graduates. I even asked the elderly greeter at Walmart. Good guy. His language is a little too salty for here, but he did give me a really good limerick about a man from Nantucket. Never mind. We'll skip that. I did find true inspiration, however, from a really unlikely source. A turtle, actually. A red-eared slider turtle. You ever seen them? I had never been around one. My son got 3 of them for Christmas, and he named one of them Shadow. And we'll talk about Shadow in just a few minutes. First, let's talk about you. Nice graduating class, great size. Ages are all on the board, 22 years old to look up into your 50s. That's fantastic. A variety of degrees, computer drafting and design, criminal justice, information systems. Very broad range of things there. It tells me a number of things about you. One, that you were inspired enough to know what you want to be when you grow up. 2, that you were courageous enough to do something about it. A lot of people know what they want to be or think they know what they want to be, but they don't have the guts to do something. You did. And you were smart enough to select ITT as the place where those dreams can come true. What you've done has many names: continuing adult education, career refocus training, degree completion curriculums. I call it one thing. I call it igniting your passion. And it's part of my program that I teach, and it's critical. It's one of the most important things that you can do in your life, and I, for one, would like to give you a round of applause. I wish you would as well. Thank you. When Tracy asked me to speak, I was humbled that she made such an obvious mistake and blunder on her part. I'm sure she tried to rectify it, but I was already in the program. What could she do after that? Tracy and a couple of others saw the program that we did at ITT earlier this year called Improve Your Vowels, Improve Your Life. It's aimed at job seekers, it's aimed at people trying to improve their lives. It's a combination of some 2.0 training online as well as getting your mind and body ready to go forward in a really difficult time. Tracy asked me if I could take the vows, which is about an hour long, and do a commencement speech in 15 or 20 minutes. And I bold-faced lied to her and said, sure. And then I spent weeks trying to figure out how to actually do that. So with a little help from Shadow and Turtle and the vowels, I hope that some of the thoughts that I share with you today will help you down the line, hopefully now and in the future. Okay, Brad, what are the vowels? The vowels are an acrostic phrase. Well, I was corrected several times. I was calling it an acronym. And an English major walked up to me and said, you know, when you take the first letter of several words and combine them into another phrase, that's called an acrostic. I said, well, thank you, Ms. Webster. I'll keep that in mind. And I changed it in here. So it's actually A-E-I-O-U. They're very important personal traits that are habitual, that you can control. I had a very tough time at the end of 2008. We were facing the toughest year in the broadcast industry since I've been alive, the toughest economic year since 1930. And I have a bunch of commission salespeople. Basically, they don't eat if they don't sell anything. And I had to get them through 2009. So I'm trying to figure out what in the world I can possibly do to get these guys on board with the fact that we cannot look at our paychecks during 2009. We have to focus on the process. We have to get better. We have to use 2009 as an opportunity to learn something. I started writing out words that were important to me, and I looked at them, and after a while, I noticed that they all started with A, E, I, O, or U. The vowels. I thought, well, that's interesting. Maybe I can make some sales meetings out of that. Maybe it'll be something that I can, kind of my lecture series. And I started with that at the beginning of 2009. We had tremendous results during the year. We had a market that was minus 25. 1/4 of our marketplace that we deal in was gone in 2009. However, in the midst of that, my staff actually grew 12%. We grew share of the down economy. Not only a down economy, the worst economy since 1930. I will not take full credit for that. What I tell them is I paved the road. I get out of your way and try to make sure that I give you every opportunity to succeed. I don't take credit for what they do. I take credit for creating the environment that allowed them to do what they do, and that's what the Vowels did. After about halfway through the year, the Vowels got outside the building somehow, and they ended up becoming keynotes, workshops, some seminars. I now have a website. I'm working on a book that will be out midsummer. And honestly, the only reason I'm standing here today is because of the Vowels. The Vowels have that much power. They can control your life. They will control your life. And I hope that I can help you with those as well. The Vowels are attitude, energy, and effort. There's 2 E's, there's 2 I's. Integrity and intensity, your outlook, and your uniqueness. We're going to talk about each one of those quickly. Attitude, the definition that you'll find for attitude is the emotional capacity for effective performance. Well, that's pretty important. That means if you don't start the day out with the right attitude, it doesn't matter what you do the rest of the day, it's going to be clouded or helped by what you decide. Most people decide by the time they get out of the shower what kind of day they're going to have. This is so much so true that my wife went out and bought a plaque to hang on our wall in the bathroom, and basically it says 5 words, not thank God it's over, but each day is a gift. Each day is a gift to the point that you open a new box every single day. Inside that box may be the best day you've ever had. It may be the worst day you've ever had. It may be a mundane day. But the cool thing is, that box is over at the end of the day, and the next morning you get to open up another one. Make sure you do that. Make sure you start each day believing that each day is a gift. If you do, the rest of your day will flow like absolute syrup. It will be absolutely wonderful. It may not be the best day ever, but at least you know it's over and the next one's coming. Energy. Energy definition is amazing. Fundamental substance of everything in the universe. Wow. Planets don't turn, water doesn't flow, people don't get jobs, people don't spend their time in school learning without energy. If you Google the words energy coach, try it when you get home, you'll get 450 plus responses for people that can teach you everything about energy, from going out and sitting on a rock and taking in the Earth's power, to learning if you're in massage, the Reiki theory where you can rub on people and see their aura, to eating right, taking care of yourself. I'm not an energy expert, but I know that it's very important. I know that you must tap into your own energy reserves. You must learn how to do that. I have some strategies that can help you, but basically it's a very personal decision. You have to control it, though. It is a habitual thing that you can teach yourself. Effort, I'm going to say effort, energy, those things are the same, right? They're really not. Effort's a little bit different. Effort is the force applied against inertia. It's the moving of the rock. You can have all the energy in the world, but if you don't decide to apply it to something, it's worthless. You must decide to walk out and push that rock every day. You must decide that you're going to be unstoppable, that you're going to find ways to do things today you did not do yesterday. If you combine effort and energy, it's chemistry. It's absolute lightning in a bottle. It's fantastic. You have to have them both. You can show your effort to, if you're looking for a position now, you show your effort to recruiters or hiring managers by meticulously researching the company that you're getting ready to have a conversation with. At least have 10 to 20 great questions to ask them. When they ask you that question, that they always do, so do you have any questions for me? You better. And some of those questions better come from the research and the effort that you've shown in terms of getting ready for that particular interview. Integrity is one of the I's. Integrity is adherence to a strict moral